Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Second date updates can be about a lot of things. They can be about a love that somebody feels like they have lost, that walked out of their life. They can be about righting a wrong on a date, just calling up to say, I'm sorry, that was bad. And sometimes they can just be about getting your money back.
Oh, whoa, we've never had a refund date before.
That's why Evan is on the phone today to do a second date update. Evan wants his money back. What's up, Evan?
Hey, guys. I'm all right, I'm just looking to get my cash back.
Okay, wait, before we go any further, we're not talking about any illegal prostitution deal that went wrong, right?
No prostitution. This is just food. I'm looking to get paid back for some grub I did not know I was spending money on.
You know how many dates I've been on, Evan, where I've spent a bunch of money on dinner? I'm like, man, I wish I could get my money back. So kudos to you for using our radio show to do that.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could think of.
Well, let's start by talking about the girl that you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Chrissy.
Chrissy, okay. And how did you meet Chrissy?
I met Chrissy because she's a local at the bar I frequent, kind of like my watering hole,
Okay,
nice.
so you've run into her before, or was that the first time you've met her is when you asked her out?
We run into each other before.
Okay.
All right, and then how did you ask her out finally?
Well, one day I came to go get a drink after work, and she just sat down next to me. And I'd always thought she was cute. Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, we're grabbing a drink and chatting.
Okay. And where'd you guys go on your date?
We went to this Greek restaurant.
So how did dinner go?
Well, I got to be honest with you guys. We were having a good time until we sat down for dinner. And I should note, she asked to meet me directly at the restaurant instead of picking her up, which was, seems a little more like the typical course of action.
Sure.
And we sit down at dinner, and she orders every appetizer on the menu.
Whoa.
Wait,
And 3 full entrees.
What?
wait, hold on. How many appetizers are on the menu? Is there like 2 or?
Like 6 types of hummus, chickpeas and grilled lamb, and I don't even know.
What? Why? Why did she do that?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the hell? So I ended up asking her, you are really hungry. What's with all the food? And she looks at me and says, well, my kids, first mention of ever hearing that she had kids, have never had Greek food.
Oh, so she's ordering to bring food home to her children.
Yeah, she wants it all boxed up so she can bring it home for them.
And did she make you pay for this entire bill?
Yeah, I was expecting her to at least kick in some money, and she handed me the whole check.
So that's awesome. You bought her kids dinner and you didn't even intend to. That's very nice of you.
And the whole thing turned out to be $165.
Wow,
Okay.
at a Greek restaurant? That's
Wait.
a lot.
And I just had a salad. That's all I had.
Did you say anything to her about it? I mean, I would hope if I were in that situation, I'd be like, hey, I'll pay for your dinner, but do you mind paying for your kids' dinner?
No, I didn't. I was so flustered at the time. I just paid it.
Okay, is there any way that she is out of a job, can't afford to feed her children or something?
I don't think so. I don't know why she didn't offer to pay, but it kind of seemed like she was using me and the fact that I like her to get her to pay for dinner.
Girls will do that.
How did the date end with her?
The crazy thing is the date didn't end there. It kept going.
Where did you go next?
She demanded that we get more drinks together at another bar down the street.
Did she take those drinks in to-go cups so she could take those back to the kids too?
I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen.
How long were you hanging out with her after you bought all that food?
Like another hour or 2.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Are you just a man who can't say no?
I was so confused inside, but I liked her, so I didn't know what to do. I got very nervous.
So how did it all end then? Like, what was the moment you guys said goodbye to each other?
Well, we're paying for everything, and she starts talking about how all men are just children who are trying to find their mothers.
What?
I don't even know where this came from.
Okay, wait. So the check comes, and that's what she brings up? I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, she starts venting about how all men are just children looking for their mothers.
Interesting.
But why would they not know where their mothers are?
I know where my mom is.
All the men in my life know exactly where
You're
their
telling me. Obviously, the lady has issues. I don't know why she was saying that. And then she gets a text from her babysitter.
Okay.
And the babysitter wants her to come home immediately because she's already an hour or two over, and she leaves me with the bill.
So
What?
did she just cut like that? Like she just left right away?
Boom, out of there.
Oh,
All right,
dang.
so you don't
Bobby,
necessarily
bro.
want a second date. You just want to call her and go, you have to pay for the money that I spent on our date.
Yeah, she stiffed me on 2 f***ing bills.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and try to collect your money.
Yeah, thank you. I need to be reimbursed with this.
All right, this should be interesting. We'll do it right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
As somebody who's gotten a lot of calls from bill collectors in their time, I'm excited to be on the other end of the phone today. So that's pretty much what today's second date update is. We're trying to collect a debt. Evan is on the phone, and in case you missed the first part, he went out on a date with a girl named Chrissy. They went out to a Greek restaurant, and they sat down to order food. She ordered pretty much everything on the menu, and he asked her why, and she said she wanted the extra food to bring home to her kids. 1, she didn't tell him about the kids. 2, she made him pay for all that extra food, and now he wants to call her to tell her that she owes him money.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, are you about ready to make the phone call?
I am.
I forgot to ask Evan, how many kids does she have?
Just 3 kids,
Whoa, that's a big
she's
surprise.
she's deep in children.
3 whole children.
What if when we get her on the phone, we can come to some sort of a compromise, like she takes care of the tip? Would you be happy with that?
No, she needs to pay for the whole damn meal.
All right. Well, I'll dial her phone number right now and get her on the phone then. Let's not waste any more time.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, is Chrissy there?
Yeah?
Hi, Chrissy. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
And you're calling for me?
Yeah, your name's Chrissy, right?
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm calling for you. Did you recently go out on a date with a guy named Evan?
Oh. I did.
Yep.
Is he okay? Did he die?
No, he didn't. Are you hoping that he did?
A death call?
No. This is just like super weird.
You're the Chrissy that I'm looking for. You definitely are. You went out on a date with a guy named Evan, and Evan is a listener to our show.
Okay.
All right. And after your date with Evan, he emailed us, and he wanted to see if we could get you on the phone to talk about something.
Okay. Why didn't Evan just call me?
I'm not sure. Maybe he felt like this would be a conversation better for you and I to have.
All right. That sounds pretty dumb, but whatever.
Evan told us about your date,
Yeah?
and he talked about how you guys went out to a Greek restaurant.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yep. He said he really enjoyed it. He thought you were really cool.
Cool.
Okay, but he did say there was one problem. Apparently, you ordered a bunch of food.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is the food that you ordered, I guess, was to take home to your kids.
Yeah. Paisley, Brian, and Jack. So what is the problem?
He feels like you sort of wronged him in making him pay for the entire bill, basically buying food for your family.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
This is a joke, right?
No, I'm not. Not at all. He emailed
you
us.
serious?
Yeah, and he said he wanted us to call you today to ask you to pay him back for the money that he spent on the extra food.
What?
Yep.
Who wants to deprive children of food? What the hell is wrong with him?
Yeah, but he feels like he was on a date with you, so he didn't have a problem buying your meal. It was just when
Yeah,
you ordered.
and it's myself and Paisley and Brian and Jack. Like, that's the deal.
But you gotta understand, he didn't even know you had kids going into this date.
Look, if someone's going to take me out, they have to accept me for who I am, and I am a mother, first and foremost.
Right.
So I don't
Okay.
really understand what the problem is, and I think he's got some balls asking for his money.
You honestly didn't offer to pay for any of the food that you brought home.
No, I believe in chivalry. Like, open doors, pull out chairs, pay for the check.
Yeah, but paying for your meal is one thing. Paying for extra food so you can bring it home to your kids is another, don't you think?
Excuse me, am I on trial here?
No, we're literally just calling so he can get his money back because he feels like you owe him money for that.
Wow, that's pretty pathetic.
Are you? No, is it like you're going through a hard time right now and you just need help?
Hard time? No, I don't need help. No, I have a job. My kids have never had Greek food, so I thought it was a great opportunity to take them some. So really, I don't understand what your problem is.
It's just an interesting situation. I've never heard of anybody ordering extra food for their kids and then making their date pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, then you've never been on a date with me, and that's probably very likely not going to happen.
You sure? I was thinking about asking you out right now.
The thing is, I'm a mother, so my kids are always going to get their meals when they need them. So if I'm going to go out with you, I need to make sure that they are fed. Does he have a problem with that? Of course they're going to come first.
But
He does have a problem with it, yeah.
Basic manners.
Basic manners? Are you a woman hater? We're supposed to be on the same side. What are you talking about?
But your reasoning doesn't even make sense because by the time you got home, which apparently you were 1 to 2 hours late for the babysitter, which is rude in and of itself, your kids were long past dinner time.
Excuse me, how the hell do you know all of this?
That's because we talked to him about your date and he told us all that information.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yep. Evan, are you there?
Hey,
Wow. Hey,
I'm
that's
here.
all you have to say? Hey, I'm here.
Chrissy, I'm pretty upset. I'm going to be honest with you. I really want
You
my
know
money
what,
back.
Evan?
Yeah.
It takes a real scumbag to try and take food away from children and complain about what you paid for it.
Whoa.
I didn't know I was paying for 4 people on a 2-person date, though. 5 people.
That's really pathetic, Evan.
What's pathetic is lying about your intentions on our date.
My intentions were clear. I liked you, and I thought you liked me. So
I just didn't know that I was paying so much money for a 2-person date, and I'd really appreciate it if you chipped in. I just think it's crazy to expect me to pay that much.
I think it's crazy that you have to call up a radio station to fight your battles. That's pretty cowardly.
Oh.
What kind of man are you, Evan?
Wow.
I'm a real man.
Oh my God.
Way to state your case there, Evan.
If you were a real man, you would have paid for both bills and then asked me out on another date.
Whoa.
I didn't expect that those dinners would clear me out for the month.
The month? Oh God, Evan, are you poor?
Whoa.
I'm not
Wow.
poor, but I'm not Warren Buffett either. Your expectations of me are ridiculous, and any guy who's going to accept that doesn't have their head on straight. And I think that you should pay me back part of that dinner, and I think then we will be even.
Oh,
Steven.
poor baby, getting all defensive.
Defensive is one way to put it, but another way to put it is sticking up for myself.
Well, Evan, you're not getting any money from me.
Well, Chrissy, I would like to ask if you go on a second date with Evan. We will pay for it, so Evan doesn't even have to worry about it. Would you go out with Evan again?
The only way I would ever go out with that again is if we agreed up front that he will take me and my children together so I don't have to deal with another radio embarrassment.
Oh.
At least she's upfront about the deal this time.
Evan, will you take her and her whole family out for dinner again?
Sure, I'll take her, her kids, the Queen of England. I'll take them all out. Everybody on my dime.
That sounds like a really nice date.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, congratulations, you two. I guess you guys are going out again. You're a great man, Evan.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, I thought you were really saying yes. I thought the Queen of England was going to come along and everything. That's sad.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A lot of hate on the text message board at 78592 about today's second date update. Everybody is calling the woman from today's second date update pathetic, a horrible person. Somebody texted in and asked if she's a dominatrix. I don't know why you would pose that question, but Who knows?
Well.
Maybe you can do an internet search and find out. It seems like you're interested in something other than the second date update. But if you missed today's second date update, this dude Evan went out with a girl named Chrissy. They went to a Greek restaurant and she ordered a bunch of food so that she could bring the leftovers to her kids. Not even the leftovers, just dishes, just whole dishes to her children. Evan felt like he was tricked and wanted her to pay him back. We got Chrissy on the phone, and she was appalled that Evan would complain about feeding her children. She said, if somebody's going to take me out, they need to accept me for what I am. I'm a mother.
Wow.
Yeah, I really thought we were going to get her on the phone and it was going to be some sad story about how she's a struggling single mom with 3 kids and needed some help. Instead, she was just making fun of him and calling him poor.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, lady.
Calling him an
Where's
idiot.
just like a thank you, maybe, or I totally understand. I'm so sorry.
It's like, I get paying for the kids, by the way, but that's if they're on the date.
Yeah,
Right, if
if
they're
the kids
with
came
you.
along, you could buy them dinner.
Totally.
Dude, I don't believe her. She's not taking those meals to her kids. I think she's eating them.
Just eating them all.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
Meal prep.
I think she's just embarrassed to say how hungry she really is. There's
two
no
of
shame in
them-
being hungry.
Argued back and forth for a while about who was right. In the end, she says no matter what, she's a package deal. If you take her out on a date, you have to buy food for her kids, even if they're not there.
Hey, you know her kids are going to be like 30 years old eventually, and she's still going to be pulling this crap.
Oh, yeah, she will be. She'll be like 60 years old, still single probably.
Yeah.
And still trying to get extra food to bring to her kids. Ultimately, there was no second date update and no refund for Evan. He just spent a bunch of money to buy her food for herself and her children, and she doesn't feel bad about it
And
at
he
all.
still did it, if you think about it. I mean, he's still, like, I don't know. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying there.
Yeah, he still bought foods for the kids, so
I can't
you
believe
should
it.
feel proud about that. He's feeding children. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.